6 different camera angles using the tiny Insta360 GO2. Which one's the best? Let's go find out. Riders, welcome back to Sam's Bikes, where you know we only talk e-bikes, and today we are testing out the tiny Insta360 GO2 with 6 different camera mounts. A lot of you riders out there wouldn't know I am and was a professional photographer. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of blending bike riding, photography and Insta360s. So what we're going to do today is we have the top mount for the helmet, which gives us a nice sort of angle. And also I want to mention the angle is really important of the camera, but because the Insta360 GO2 in pro mode shoots in like a square format, you do need to get the angle correct, but you can do micro adjustments when you're editing it. So we're going to start off with this, and then the traditional mount that goes right on the front of the full face helmet here. And this was bought off Amazon for about 10 euros. And I want to mention this one gives a great view because your head works as a gimbal, so very stable. And also if you like to do a bit of commentating like I do, this is great because the microphone's really close to your mouth. And then the traditional, the chesty. So we're going to do that one. And this crazy new one, riders, check this out. So this is like a belt that will give me sort of behind, it will look like someone's following me from behind. Be interesting. A little bit dangerous here today because we are in Malaga and the trails are pretty nasty and there's quite a few low-hanging branches. So we'll see how that goes. And we also have a magic arm, which is photography. So this is a Manfrotto magic arm. So this I use a lot for photography, but I'm going to clamp it to the back. I'm going to get a low angle of me pedaling, the suspension working. And also, this is another smaller magic arm, which I'm going to put on the handlebars and will shoot back towards me, and it should get a really interesting angle. Anyway, riders, let's go see which is the best one. And the lovely people at Insta have given me 2. Okay, first setup, we're going on the top of the helmet and on the mouthpiece. As I said, mouthpiece works really well because you get the sound if you want to do some commentating and use your head as a gyro. So let's go. All right, so we're dropping in, first round. Let's hope we don't hit any trees. Woo! And we're off again, round 2 of the helmet cams. What do we reckon, riders? It's a little bit windy here today. These trails are amazing in Malaga. So much flow, it's awesome. Got a nice big one here. Okay, so helmet cam done. Now we've gone on to this small rig, which is clamped to the handlebars. Kind of looks a little bit dodgy, but it's going to give me a very interesting POV footage if I'm talking about a bike or trying to get the expressions of my face and all that stuff. And then the traditional chesty, which for me is still my go-to. It's the easiest to set up and it gives me the most consistent results. But riders, let's go. Got the handlebar mount on, the chesty on. Let's check it out. I have to say it's quite scary with the handlebar mount. You think it's going to move, but it's actually pretty dope. Right, dropping in again. Got the handlebar mount on, the chesty on. Let's check it out. Whew. Okay, so we're down to the last 5 and 6 camera angles. And I'm gonna say these are the last 2 that I probably wouldn't recommend that much. This looks crazy. I'm not sure I'll actually jump with it, but it will get an interesting angle. And if you are like an influencer or a content creator like me, this is interesting to be able to get stuff of how the suspension works. And this one here is a new one. And I think this will be interesting, but I really want to try this out with the 360 camera. All right, and we're hot. Let's see if these hold on. See, I told you, riders. I don't think that one was a good idea. That's the only one that fell off, but pretty funny. Okay, that's 6 different angles on the Insta360 GO2. And I'm gonna say my favorites are the chesty. This is guaranteed to give you good footage. But if you wanna do some commentating like me and you wanna hear your voice better, get this on the chin mount and it will have the microphone very close to your mouth. But also, I reckon this belt has some really good uses, but I reckon it's gonna be a 360 camera sort of jobby, and I really can't wait to try that out. Okay, and the small rig, which I've just tested out today, I was really impressed with this. And if you're a YouTuber or an influencer like me, I hate that word. I'm a content creator, Bear says. And this is, I wouldn't recommend jumping or riding hardcore downhills with it. But if you want to show how the suspension's working or how something is working on the bike in slow motion, this is a great setup. And I'm definitely going to use this in the future. But riders, more importantly, which setup did you like best? Let me know in the comments. Love to know. And you know it. Stay safe out there, and I'm going to see you next week.